I would have caught it.
I mean, this is a walk-in post. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. Just doesn't come down with that throw, but it's an example of how the afternoon went for Tampa.
Yeah, because from that point forward, it was all Carolina. 4th and 1. Brady, Fournette, Watt.
This is after a 3rd and 1 stop. No one gets to the second level. There's multiple people there for Carolina to make that play.
Now the other way, Chuba Hubbard. RC, where's the defense?
This was the story of the day, whether they were overrunning the run or not getting to it. They were gashed the entire day in the run game.
14-0 Carolina in the 4th quarter. Brady, Evans, just short of a first down. They got to go for it on 4th down, and they do this time to Russell Gage.
Yeah, just a little one-step slant to Russell Gage, outside in, good conversion.
That was the highlight for the offense for Brady and the Bucs. 3rd and goal. What is that? They wound up kicking a field goal, so it's 14-3. Now we're going the other way. There's no way in the world P.J. Walker is going to put this game away, is he?
I mean, why wouldn't he? With a perfect throw to Tommy Tremble over the corner. Great read. The best throw of the day by either quarterback.
It's P.J. Walker to Tommy Tremble. I'm not kidding. That's who just beat them. On the other side, here we go. Brady, that should have been picked off. The Bucs lose 21-3. Tom Brady, what?
No one feels good about where we're at. No one feels good about how we played or what we're doing. So we're all in it together, man. We got to go pull ourselves out of it.
We have to wear this on our sleeves. They got to be grown men. We're going to see what we're made of, how many people can handle adversity. This is about as dark as it's going to be right now. We have to stand up here and own it and make no excuses, and we just got to start digging.
Look, I mean, they're terrible on both sides of the ball. The offense is completing 9% of its 3rd and longs. They've been the 2nd worst red zone defense this year. I'm not sure where to go for a silver lining.
Look at that 3rd and long stat on the top left, Green. They're in 3rd and 7 plus 43 times, and they've gotten it 4.
9% of the time. That's with a quarterback by the name of Thomas Patrick Edward Brady. I think I may have transposed the middle names, but it doesn't matter. The point is he's the greatest of all time, and now they stink. Why?
Old and slow. This team is old and slow. And you talk about unwatchable on offense.
Close your mouth, Daniel.
They are unwatchable on offense. Now, and the great thing is Himbo sends me a stat because my eyes don't lie to me. Mm-hmm. He goes, they're 31st. They're the slowest team. One team, I don't know who the heck slower than they are on offense, but they are 31st, and I'm sure that team stinks. Indy, well, there you go. That's what they look like to me. And to me, it's like, this team is searching like crazy. At least they're trying, they're searching. But Tom Brady looks like a shell of himself. Like, we look at even physically. Like, his personal life obviously is having an effect too. Like, and I get it. And you know, I don't want to minimize this, but it's a factor. And obviously it's something, but this thing looks like there's no answer because there's no speed on the field.
Yeah. It looks so bad, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching the game yesterday, and so many times I want to come in here and say that everybody else is failing Tom Brady. No, Tom Brady's failing Tom Brady as well. And we've all known throughout his career that he needs to be protected. He can manipulate the pocket, but he's not a guy that's going to use his legs to get inside and out. Yesterday, they were on his keister the entire day. And then when he did have opportunities to throw the ball, they were in the dirt. They were high. They were off to the left. Tom Brady is not the same player, not that he was in 2007. He's not the same dude from last year. And everybody's going to watch this play in which Greeny thought that he could catch the ball, and they're going to say, oh, if he catches this ball, then it's totally different. No. The game is a different way. That's not how it works. Yeah. Because the rest of the game needed to be played. No, there were no more opportunities like this. Mike Evans wasn't running free behind the defense. Chris Godwin wasn't making enough plays in the middle of the field, and they can't run the football to save my life or Danny's life, and that's an issue.
Tampa's done. Okay, Tampa Bay is done. They have the worst run game in the NFL. And what happens is, when you have the worst run game in the NFL, but you continue to try to run the football, you are going to be in a ton of 3rd and longs. And guess what, Tampa? 2 years ago, when you won a Super Bowl, you were good enough to overcome it. Because you had the best offensive line in football, and you had absolute dudes on the outside. You don't anymore. So when you live in that 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 world, your offensive line can't protect, no one's creating consistent separation, your quarterback can't find anybody open, and then you stink on offense. And your defense is as undisciplined as it's been in years.
That's the problem.
The reason that they're not done is because the Carolina Panthers are only one game out of first place in that division. That division is unimaginably bad. Atlanta gave up 900 yards of offense yesterday against Joe Burrow, and the Buccaneers. So they don't have a problem that Aaron Rodgers has.
Let me ask you this though, real quick.
Go.
What is one thing that you believe in about Tampa Bay right now?
No, I mean nothing. I believe their division is terrible, so they might wind up getting in the playoffs at 8-9. It's not inconceivable.
The big thing is this too. We're not asking questions based on what the world wants to see as success. We're asking questions based on what Tom Brady. They're a terrible team. They aren't making plays on the outside, and he's getting beat up.
Okay, so like Matt LaFleur, who's been in the Coach of the Year conversation for the last 2 years, and Aaron Rodgers, who's back-to-back MVP, figure it out and fix it. I'm sick and tired of watching your guys' offense on tape and having to come talk about, well, this or that. You guys have no identity. You've completely lost who you are, and your best players fail you on a consistent basis. Last week it was, well, we're one guy away. Sure, it's the same story. This is a perimeter screen. Allen Lazard's one of the, if not the best blocking wide receiver in the NFL. If he blocks his corner, that's a walk-in touchdown on 2nd and 2. Let's go to another perimeter screen. You're going to get at the bottom. Dude, you got another walk-in touchdown. Dobbs, don't look at the defense. Catch the daggum football because there's a chance for a big play there. How many times do we have to talk about this offense being one guy away? Aaron Rodgers has been hit so many times. The back-to-back MVP doesn't trust protection anymore. 1st and 10, I'm throwing a swing pass out. It's 2nd and 16. You know what I feel like when I watch this offense? And I'm mad because I stood on the table for you guys a month ago. I'm watching the Steelers of last year. How quickly can the ball get out to the perimeter and it stinks? I mean, you want to know why you can't block anybody up front? Because all you do is RPOs. It's like talking about the Chiefs' offensive line last year. When offensive linemen don't think that they have to move people off the line of scrimmage, they don't think that they have to move people off the line of scrimmage. Matt, I love you. Dude, you got to get back to your foundation, bud, because right now this offense is incapable of winning.
This is the foundation, though.
No, it's not, RC.
Hey, listen. You know what we got to watch?
No,
we got to watch very much in these same situations. Number 17 was where Dobbs was, right? Number 17 on 4th and 1. Danny.
They're one player away, all right.
Listen, I'm not saying that that's the sole reason.
Okay.
Nobody's going to sit here and say not having Devontae Adams is the sole reason. But when I do have Devontae Adams, it can make me lazy in my game planning. It can make me lazy in what I do throughout the week schematically to be creative. And I got used to doing those things, and they always work.
Yeah.
This team isn't much different schematically than they've always been.
I agree.
Matt LaFleur isn't different, but can he change and adjust?
But that's the problem. If they had 17 out there, if Adams was out there, this team would have more wins, and we wouldn't. They certainly wouldn't be 31st in the league. Wait a second, I'm the only one that said it was. Yeah, I don't care. They're going like this. I'm telling you right now. This guy with Aaron Rodgers, we saw it. 70% of their passing attack is in Las Vegas from Aaron Rodgers. Here's the thing. They've got to change. What I say, they need to run the football.
I agree.
Means you got to be committed to running the football. And on 3rd and 1, for the love of God, put them behind the center and run the football. You got Aaron Jones and you got Quadzilla, A.J. Dillon out there.
I agree with
I'm
that.
sorry, 3rd and 1, the quarterback should be underneath center, not in shotgun, throwing to guys that can't even catch the football. I'm sorry.
So one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time is on a team that is struggling enormously. Let's do that again. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers taking on Carolina. Carolina, in the last 2 weeks, fired their coach and traded away their best player. And so now they got Mike Evans. And Dan, I never say this.
Let's go!
I would have.